back now, and we're live, and I hope you guys can all be hitting that like button. Get hitting that like button right about now. Anyway, we've got an action-packed show today. We've got Zlatan Ibrahimovic news. We got David De Gea news. We got Pereira news. Yes, Andreas Pereira news as well as a little update on the future of Dimitar Berbatov, one of my favourite ever strikers to have played for Man United. And another one of our favourites, Wayne Rooney. We got a little bit of a chat on those two towards the end of the video as well. I had to talk about Wayne Rooney here for at least another week. But yes, we've got Zlatan, De Gea and Andreas Pereira transfer news to fly through today. And I hope you guys are doing well. We're going to get involved. I'm going to get diving into the comments very soon as well. So keep your comments flowing. Keep your comments coming in. And I'll be checking out those very soon. Stewie Evans says, I'd be gutted if De Gea leaves. And fingers crossed David De Gea isn't going to leave. Now at the moment, David De Gea potentially leaving in the future is always a possibility. But I don't think he's going to leave in this transfer window. I don't think that's the case at all. And Jose Mourinho was pretty confident about that as well. But one thing we've come to learn with this is when the David De Gea and Real Madrid, when David De Gea doesn't move to Real Madrid, he is then constantly linked to Manchester United. So anyway, let's get stuck into the first story, which is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Yes, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic wants to come back against Tottenham Hotspur. That is on October the 28th. Can you believe that? Now, first of all, the transfer side of this story is that he's going to sign his new contract this week and that he's targeting a return to football on October the 28th against Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League. And that's incredible because I thought Zlatan Ibrahimovic was out until at the very least out until December, maybe January. But coming back against Spurs October the 28th, that is absolutely incredible news. Now, I see some of you guys moaning about the title. I don't make the titles, so moan. Direct your moans at producer Chris. He's a machine, says Lee. I don't know. Yeah, guys, producer Chris may have been a little bit clickbait in the title. I do apologise for his actions. He's been a little bit naughty, hasn't he? But you know what, though? We hardly ever do that here. So I'm going to allow him that one. Fuck it. Everyone else does it. We're allowed to do it once in a while. It's not like we said Jose out or something or put rant after every single video we put up, is it? So you guys just relax. You relax. Anyway, moving on from the surprise of Zlatan Ibrahimovic potentially returning against Spurs. No, he's not joining Spurs for you guys in the comments. And it was the Daily Star bringing us that news. That's going to be in their back pages tomorrow. Now, I'll give you the lowdown on this David De Gea stuff and where this David De Gea stuff has come from. Now, it's been reported in the Express and other English media outlets as well. But it comes from Diario Gol. Now, in the email that producer Chris sent me today, he said they're the new Don Balon. Now, what happened to the old Don? What happened to Don Balon? Where's he gone? But Diario Gol are as reliable as Don Balon, which says an absolute lot about them. But they are saying that David De Gea has an unwritten agreement with Florentino Perez in regards to joining Real Madrid. Now, they're saying that this agreement is Keylor Navas will leave at the end of this season and that David De Gea will go to Real Madrid and be his number one. Now, what we've heard this summer is De Gea's going nowhere because Real Madrid don't want to spend the money on him. And secondly, Zinedine Zidane is happy with Keylor Navas. He's keeping his loyalty in that keeper. But Florentino Perez wants this move. He's obviously got a little bit of a bee in his bonnet with Man United and Ed Woodward as well, doing him over with the Morata deal and, of course, the De Gea deal. But they're not giving up on David De Gea, and that's obvious. But these stories are never going to end either. That's obvious. So we're going to expect more De Gea, more Real Madrid news, even when the transfer window closes and he's still a Manchester United player. While David De Gea is still a Manchester United player, he will always be linked to Real Madrid. It's like Ronaldo at Real Madrid. While he's a Real Madrid player, he will always be linked to Man United. And I think that's the case with De Gea. De Gea could decide to stay to the end of his career, and every single year we will hear these rumours. So I'm not surprised by the rumours. I wouldn't be surprised if Real Madrid come back in for him next season. And Keylor Navas isn't getting any younger, is he? But he's not that old either. And he's a reliable goalkeeper. So I'm not too sure they want to rock the boat in terms of that yet. They've got a settled side there, and it'd be silly to change one of the mainstays in your team, even though, in my opinion, he would be an improvement upon Keylor Navas. I think David De Gea is absolute great, but I don't want him to go Real Madrid, so they may as well do one. And I'm happy for that to stay the same way. Another story in regards to a Spanish team trying to get one of our players. It's Valencia, and we've been reading this from Sport Witness, who have diluted some of the Spanish reports in regards to this. Now, we had heard yesterday that Jose Mourinho was vetoing a move for Pereira to leave United and go to Valencia on loan. He wants to keep the player as part of his team. And we heard all this, that Valencia want to make it happen. Peter Lim wants to make it happen, even though there are doubts that it will happen. And now the Spanish reports go ahead and say that there's been an outline agreement made between the two clubs for the player to go on loan that would just require Jose Mourinho's approval. Now, at this moment in time, Jose Mourinho is still against it. But this could make sense in the sense that if in a week's time or closer to the transfer window being closed, Jose feels, all right, Andres Pereira is not going to get much football. Let me give him that time out in Spain, another season. Or it could get to a point where Andres Pereira isn't getting games and he feels, you know what, let me just go out on loan. Either way, though, I think Andres Pereira should get regular football. Hopefully that's at Man United. I think the way we're playing at the moment and the fluidity in attack and the way we've got Mata playing in the midfield three and all that, I think there is space for Andres Pereira to fit in at Manchester United. And I hope he gets football. Whether he does or not, I'm not sure. But it's great to hear that Jose Mourinho was against the move as well. It's absolutely great to hear that. We've got over 1,150 people in at this moment. We've got 290 likes. So get hitting that like button. Get hitting it. Go on. Get hitting the like button. Pereira will start in the EFL Cup and other tournaments, says E. Wilco. And the reason I've got my phone out is because the comments have stopped on my Wirecast. So to get your comments, I'm going to have to look at my phone. Why are you guys talking about McGregor and Mayweather? We all know Mayweather's going to wipe the floor with McGregor. Come on, guys. Stop it. Stop being deluded. Stop it. Stop it. Just stop it. Thank you. Like, says Sykes. Manny Plays says sub to youtube.com/Adam Acola. I like you, Manny. Well done. When will Klopp brush his teeth? Who said that? Owen Plum. Is Young leaving? Says Shafi. Doesn't look like it. Jordan says he loves this channel and we love you, mate. Pereira will be a great player, says Colin. I am liking that, guys. So that's what we've had to talk about today. Zlatan's targeting a return to action on the 28th of October against Spurs. David De Gea apparently has an unwritten agreement. Unwritten agreements aren't worth the air they're written on, are they? Bloody hell. Who has unwritten agreements? Isn't that just like, yeah, alright, that might happen? It's not written. It's not guaranteed. I mean, we had a fax machine fuck over a whole deal, so we don't care about unwritten agreements. Until that contract's signed, he's still a Man United player, and Real Madrid can go F themselves. Pereira, Valencia want him. Apparently there's an outline agreement there, but Jose says no. I hope Jose continues to say no throughout the window. Also, Berbatov has joined the Karaya Blasters, where he will team up with Rennie Moulenstein and Wesley Brown, which is an interesting move. And is football about to get elevated a little bit more in India? Maybe, just maybe. I think they'll always have the fan base there in India. But can they get their own game up to a level? It'll be interesting to see how that goes down. And Rooney has retired from international football today, which I think is a great move for him. It will prolong his career. It's a shame it never came 3 years ago, because then could have prolonged his Manchester United career. But nevertheless, he obviously had a goal scoring record to get, and he got that record. And he's England's all-time greatest goal scorer. He's Manchester United's all-time greatest goal scorer. And he's left the club and country with both of those records and a whole host of titles in his bag as well. People say he didn't do it at international level in a tournament. I was going to say I beg to differ now. Obviously, England didn't do it. But there were teams that involved Rio Ferdinand, David Beckham, Paul Scholes, Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard, Michael Owen that didn't do it. It's not just Wayne Rooney. When you look back, it was Shearer and Sheringham. They didn't do it either. England have only ever won one trophy. So holding up every England side to one side that's won a trophy, is a bit stupid, to be totally honest with you. And I think Wayne Rooney is a modern day great. He's done it for club, done it for country, and now he's retired and he's at his boyhood club, where hopefully he can extend his career for a few years and maybe, just maybe, target Alan Shearer's record. Who know? Who knows? That's probably why he's made this decision. Because if he can get that record, then it's absolutely amazing stuff by Wayne Rooney. So yeah, Wayne Rooney's retirement from international football today. So guys, there you have it. It has been tomorrow's transfers today. Obviously, the transfer talk was the Daily Star are saying Zlatan will sign his contract this week and is targeting a return to action on October the 28th against Spurs. The audio goal, and that's been reported by a few British papers as well, are saying De Gea has an unwritten agreement with Real Madrid, which I doubt somewhat. And Sport Witness are focusing on Spanish reports, which say Andreas Pereira could potentially join Valencia, but Jose Mourinho is standing in the way of that move. There's an outline agreement there, is what the Spanish reports say. But with Jose standing in the way of this move, and him being adamant, apparently, that he doesn't want Andreas Pereira to go anywhere, it would appear he's not going anywhere, and I hope that remains to be the case. Anyway, guys, I've been Adam McCullough. You guys have been absolute legends. I'm going to read a few more of your comments out, so get some likes in while I'm reading these out. Champions League group preview, I don't know what you're talking about, mate. I don't think that Rooney retiring from international football would have extended his United career. Legend, yes, but it was the right time to go. Yeah, James, I'm not on about retiring this summer and staying at Man United. I was on about if he retired 3-4 years ago from international football, then it would have helped. The huge debate's up, by the way, as well, where we discussed our defences. Champions League draws tomorrow. I am looking forward to that. Pereira needs to go to a Premier League club. Yeah, he needs to play for Manchester United, mate. And William Price says this channel is the best. Which, on that note, I am going to get out of here now. But you guys have been amazing. I've been Adam McCullough. I'm out of here.